In this video, we will discuss the Craftsman National Cost Data and how to modify prices in it. The first time you open a Craftsman National data set, it will give you a list of zip codes and locations to initially set. You'll be able to change this at any time. We'll show you that in just a few moments. But you can scroll down based on states. It's organized in states. We're going to set it to California, Fresno, because I know that that doesn't have any adjustments made to it. You click the OK button. To see the settings for the area that's being modified and the percentage of the modified, you will go to the bid menu and bid information form. We'll talk about this form later, but when you're in the form, you want to click on the modifiers tab, and this will give you the settings currently set. When you're in the modifier first box here and you click the list button, it will bring up a list of all the areas that Craftsman has set up to modify. And you can see the material, labor, equipment, sub modifiers, whether it's 0, minus, or a plus. And you can change at your will whenever you want to. The next thing to notice is that as you're working with the data, you may find that you want to adjust something up or down in a group. And so you can do that here regardless of what it is this is set at. You can change these modifiers. If we go to a modifier that has some data in it, I'll go to West Memphis here, and we'll use that. And you'll notice it tells us what area and what zip code we're currently in, and you can see the modifiers here as they set. If you wanted to change that to 0, you can do so at this particular point, and it would adjust all material items with no adjustment, that is. You do not need to be concerned if you goof up or you put a percentage in here and you forgot what the other percent was. You simply click on the list button and list what you want and change it back. We're going to change it back to Fresno, which is 00. Click the done button, confirm that we do want to change it, and now we've got these current settings. And so whatever settings you had would be reverted back after you modified them just playing around. I have added 2 items that we can look at in terms of how Craftsman handles data and geographically adjust price. Also, I've made the columns kind of narrow where you can't see the full description, but you can when you put the mouse over it, so that we can get more information across the rows that we have here. In easiest, whether you're using Craftsman data or your own custom set of data, you'll be able to arrange the columns and have different views for different purposes. We have a feature called Load and Save Views and a way to move columns around and adjust it, but I've already adjusted it for this demonstration, so you'll have a little idea that what you're looking at here is specifically for our demonstration and not necessarily the way you might want to use it. As I'd mentioned, you probably will not use the system in this way, but just walking through the columns and what we have displayed, because you'll more than likely not want to have the percent modified on here for either material or labor and raw cost. But at any rate, we have the description. This is a flush door, hardboard door. We have a quantity of 1. We have a cost before modification of $53 for this door. We're modifying it by 3%, and the sale price is $54.59. On the labor, we have an hourly rate of $30 per hour, and this is an Oakland area, so we're increasing that by 42%. So our actual labor rate for this item in this area is $42.60, which is 42% on top of the $30. In the case of this one door, the labor for this one door, we have an hour and 45 minutes for the door with a total cost for that hour and 45 minutes of $61.77. The unit cost is the 54.59 plus the 61.77. This is the unit cost of 116.36. On the second line, we have a oak door front, a drawer front that is, material only drawer front, not the box. We have one, and the material cost is $10 plus 3% for this geographical area, makes it actually $10.30. The labor is the same, $30 and 42% added on, so total labor cost is the same as above. The hour rate for installing this drawer front is a quarter of an hour, and the total sale price is $10.65. This is 1/4 hour of the hourly rate that we have of $42.60. And the unit cost is the total of the $10.30 here and the $10.65 for a total unit cost. In Easiest, you can modify anything on the screen. So if this particular bid, this amount of money on the drawer front wasn't sufficient, you can either type it into the cost and it'll automatically calculate it for you, or you can change the labor productive rate, you can change the labor hourly rate, or the percent. If you wanted to add more for material than 3%, just type in there and we'll put 10 in there, and it'll take that 10.30 and make it $11 is what you're charging for that. So anything in here you can change. This short video was not intended to be complete or adequate for all the various aspects of adjusting cost, but it gives you a little idea of how the Craftsman data is adjusted. Again, if you wanted to change any of the markups, you just go to the bid menu, bid information, go to the modifiers, and you can change the city or any percent in here. So basically you can change anything, anywhere, anytime. I hope this helps in viewing the Craftsman data and getting started with it.